what does creating a practice out of contact improv contribute to your life?
And by the way, as we're throwing out ideas, we don't necessarily need to talk about them right now. Maybe they're just things you'd like to talk about at some point. And so if you put something out, somebody else put something out and say, oh, actually, I really want to talk about that. You don't have to feel committed by having said something. With that in mind, one thing I'd like to talk about at some point, and probably lab around also, is what I was talking about earlier, kind of epithelios, or this idea of something besides like just purely physics in the dance. Just what happens as we touch each other, and how do we reorganize each other? What are the things around intimacy, like the actual phenomena behind them, and like just how do they work? How do we assume they work? How do our assumptions channel the way that they work? So it's a fairly broad topic, but there's one dance which is, I'm just in physics exploration, but there's also something where there's something else there. I'm curious about that something else.
I have enjoyed in some of your workshops in the past playing with momentum and off balance, and getting a lot out of that. And so I find that it challenges me to let go of a lot of ideas and expectations about what things are going to look like, because I'm too busy, falling into someone or being fallen into.
Right.
And there's also a way that even though it can often tend to be a more active dance, it seems to be always less effort, and there's more of this thing happening. So I'm not so much talk about that. I'd like to play with that.
Along with that, I would add velocity for me. Like I've been playing with velocity and the weight sharing, and how the velocity can travel the duo or the trio, whatever. I'd like to lab that as well.
Just want to add down one more thing, like moving along, that's stimulating, like moving through space, covering a lot of space, but maintaining a similar quality of contact and listening that would happen in maybe a slower dance that doesn't cover as much ground.
I'm interested in initiating from different parts of the body, particularly peripherally, and maybe like two parts at once. And specifically, I'm also related in the relationship of the legs to the pelvis and the feet to the rest of the body, and distinguishing between the two legs, and the difference, the relationship between the legs to the center, and how using the legs connected to the floor, and how legs can spiral. Something else too. But I guess that's enough for now.
So there's been a few different things thrown out. You're hearing a few of them that are more like technical oriented in a certain way. Having to do with the dance of physics. Question of videos, question about practice, and what is it to make practice out of contact. this question of the stuff beyond the kinesthetics in contact. Any others that we see? So what I'd like to do is, it might be that after this process we just stay in one big group and keep talking. Or we might break down into 2 groups, a big one and a small one, 2 of the same size. Or we break into a whole bunch of small groups. But what I'd like to propose is that if you really want to talk about something, that you stand up actually let's all stand up, it'll kind of facilitate this process. And if you really want to talk about something, stand somewhere